उसको सजा दीजिए।
So there are several aspects that are currently being probed, one of which is the Malaysian angle. Now, what is this Malaysian plot? Let's quickly pull out the details for you. That this one incident, which remember panned out for more than 3 years, almost 4 years, 2022 to 2026, did not stop at just sexual harassment, coercion, religious conversion. There was also an attempt reportedly made to get these people trafficked to another nation, in this case Malaysia. Suspected international trafficking and human exploitation racket is also now under the lens. So that's the first big takeaway. Evidence suggests a coordinated plan to transport victims out of the country. There's one nation that's name is surfaced, which is Malaysia at the moment, and there's more evidence that goes on to suggest why an attempt was being made to first lure the victims and then get them trafficked to Malaysia. Victims were being prepared to be sent abroad after being exploited. Now remember, the grooming gang members were team leaders in this case. There was involvement of HR professionals as well. All of them communicated with these victims via WhatsApp groups and slowly tried to brainwash them, and then this was the next plan in place. Crucial threads lead to passport procurement process. So this was the stage that we were essentially looking at in terms of exploiting these victims. Some of the passport work had already begun. So grounds for preparing their move to Malaysia was already taking place. Logistical groundwork for moving victims out of India was underway, as I just pointed out. This is the kind of attempt which was being made to traffic these victims to Malaysia. Digital evidence also reveals discussions regarding the Malaysia move. So there is some digital evidence that investigators so far have gathered, they've recovered, which again points to the fact that this was the ultimate motive. So it may just now go into the realm of trafficking, human trafficking as well. That's the big fear, the big worry, and an angle that investigators continue to probe. Digital evidence suggests video calls with external handlers as well, possible involvement of external handlers, those who are coordinating with some of these masterminds here in India. Do remember, the 8th accused, also an HR manager, is still absconding, is still on the run, is also weighing in on her legal options. To what extent did she play a role in enabling this? That needs to be found out still. Yasha Kotak joins us with more details. Yasha, tell us a little bit about this human trafficking. To what extent are investigators convinced at the moment that this really was the ultimate motive here, to lure the victims, to exploit the victims and get them trafficked to Malaysia in this case?
So, when we speak of this investigating bit, the links about Malaysian aspect that is coming forth, what we got to know from our sources is that the first victim in this case, who had in fact recorded her statement, has gone ahead to mention that all her documents, be it her office documents, be it her college documents, be it her educational certificates, all of that was present with Danish, who was the first accused in this case. In fact, what we also know is that there are allegations of sexually molesting her on the pretext that he would marry her. Now, in the pretext that he would marry her, he also promised her that he would take her, that the both of them would get married and moved abroad, which in this pretext was Malaysia, and which is where all her documents were collected and kept with the main accused, Danish. Now here, what's also important to note is that as a part of recovery, cops have recovered all of these documents of the first victim from Danish. However, so far they're also investigating if there were more such victims who had given the documents to them, because so far in the recovery, the documents of other victims have not been found. So yes, the aspect that the victim would have been moved to Malaysia was very true with the first victim, but however, when it comes to the other victims in this case, that's not yet been established in the investigation. Of course, so far the Nashik police is investigating several aspects, including one, was there any kind of an international funding that was involved here? Was there any international organization who was supporting these people? And several such aspects, including the fact that Nida Khan Did she have any links to the Alpha Lai University case? All of this is a part of the larger investigation by the Nashik Police's SIT.
That's exactly why NI, ATS are also now part of the picture. To what extent are they playing an active role? That remains to be found out. But there are several questions that emerge. Yasha, stay on with us. Let's quickly break down the biggest questions that stand at the moment. Trafficking twist to the Nashik assault and conversion case, as we just highlighted. Was this the ulterior motive, the end game in this very case? So that's the first big question. Why have police not tracked down mastermind Nida Khan? It's been quite a few days. Remember, 7 accused so far have been arrested, except Nida Khan, who's on the run, absconding still, weighing in on her legal options, possibly has moved to another city. So other law enforcement agencies have also been contacted by the SIT in this case. Did HR manager, who allegedly ignored the Case Act alone, the HR manager being Nida Khan in this case, was she a lone wolf? Were there others part of this larger plan? Do remember another HR head, one of the accused, has already been arrested, but she is believed to be the person who some of these victims reached out to, who did not act on their complaints. Did she play a larger role? Was she also enabling this? Will be found out once that arrest takes place, once she is questioned. Were institutional lapses enabling the alleged abuse? How is it that despite the internal mechanisms in place, like POSH for instance, all of this was left unchecked, was ignored, not for one single year, remember viewers, from 2022 to 2026. So that's another big question that stays. Is there a larger white-collar conversion module at play? Not just white-collar conversion module, questions being asked on white-collar radicalization as well. Could this be in any way similar to what we saw in the Red Fort case? Because do remember, there as well, the accused were highly educated doctors, in this case highly educated engineers. Team leaders were allegedly were some of these grooming gang members. So this is another suspicion at the moment for the probe agencies. I do want to go across to Yasha Kotak, who continues to stay on with us. Some of these questions remain unanswered, and possibly with the arrest of Nida Khan, the 8th accused in this case, these questions will be answered to some extent. But at the moment, what is the top focus of the investigators? The SIT is conducting its investigation to an extent. NI, ATS have also been roped in. Who's playing what part, and what's the biggest focus of the investigators at the moment?
So when it comes to Maharashtra ATS and NIA, the Maharashtra SIT has gone further to in fact confirm that they have shared the details with the ATS and with the NIA. Now, whether they want to pick up the case, whether they would want to pick this, whether they want to investigate this further, is something that's left to their purview. And if that happens, the case would be transferred from here to the relevant investigating agencies. So far, when it comes to the SIT, their prime focus of investigation is the fact that there are several people who were in fact present at the TCS office, and statements of all of these people are being recorded. Apart from that, there are several technical evidences that are being scrutinized, including the internal servers of the organization. Apart from that, what's the other point of investigation is trying to reach out to more victims. In fact, what we know is that there were 3 to 4 more victims who in fact have not yet gone ahead to record their statement. That being the case, with due permission of these 3 people, there could be more FIRs that could be registered, that could in fact broaden the course of investigation. So far, the SIT is focused on trying to find where Nida Khan is, because clearly her last known location was at Bhiwandi in Mumbai. However, after which, where has she gone is something that the Nashik Police SIT is trying to find, because she was primarily based out of Nashik. Just a couple of months back, she moved out of Nashik, taken a transfer to Mumbai. So all of this are crucial parts of investigation that the Nashik Police Society is currently looking at.
What kind of communication really did take place between some of these accused HR level employees and other employees like team leaders? What kind of involvement did we see, or support did they extend to one another in ensuring that more and more people could be exploited the way they were? Thank you, Yasha, for joining us with all those details. Shifting our focus